Welcome to Faith in Focus from the Book of Mysteries by Cahn. The Yom. The teacher had asked me to meet him in the Chamber of Vessels. He was wearing a white linen robe and standing in front of the temple veil. "Is that the robe of the priest?" I asked. "No," he said. "It's a robe worn on the Yom, the day, the holiest day of the year, Yom Kippur. It's what observant Jews wear on the Day of Atonement. It's called the kittel. It's actually a burial shroud." A burial shroud? Why would they wear that on Yom Kippur? Because Yom Kippur is a shadow of the day of judgment, when all is sealed, when we will all stand before God face to face beyond the veil, and when all sin is dealt with and all evil separated from God forever. He was silent for a few moments, as if lost in thought. Then he spoke, "And those who have chosen the darkness and to reject the salvation given them will have chosen separation from God, which is hell. For in the end there are only two destinies, heaven and hell. Heaven and God's mercy for those who have chosen salvation." And the key is there on Yom Kippur. As the high priest enters the presence of God, bringing with him the blood of the sacrifice, the atonement of, what does that speak? The blood of Messiah, the sacrifice, the atonement. Yes, but note, the high priest must take the blood from outside the holy place, from the altar in the court, before he passes beyond the veil into God's presence. So too it is here, outside the holy place of God's dwelling, that we must each partake of the atonement on this side of the veil, in this life and in this world where the altar of Messiah is, while we still have breath and before we pass beyond the veil to the other side. And what then comes after that day? The Day of Atonement leads into the Feast of Tabernacles. Yes, the last and greatest of celebrations, the shadow of heaven. You see, God's will is not hell, but heaven, so much so that he would even give up his own life and bear hell and judgment in our place. And I am convinced that if it was only you or me who needed to be saved, if it was only one person, he still would have done it. It is Yom Kippur's ultimate mystery, that it is God himself who becomes our Kippur, our sacrifice on the altar. And the greatest love we could ever fathom, the love we must come to know and take part in before we pass beyond the veil on that day. The mission. No one knows when they will pass beyond the final veil. Live this day as if it were your last. What must you do? Romans 14:11-12. "For it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God." 2 Corinthians 5:10. "For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad." 1 John 4:17-18. "Herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as he is, so are we in this world." 18. "There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love." The mystery of the 3 Yom Kippurs. Thank you for joining me on Faith in Focus. Remember, these insights are inspired by Cahn's The Book of Mysteries. Until next time, may you find strength in the revelation of his love. Don't forget to like, listen and subscribe, and please share and help us spread the word of Jesus Christ.